material so it doesn't move. So I'll take my center, and the baste is when you have one leg to go in and the other one is kind of hanging out.
Okay.
So that's
so
a
then
baste.
It's not as tight.
Right, and you can get it out.
Right.
Without moving that guy from that corner in that spot where we want him to be, right? He's still in that spot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna baste it here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna also baste it over here. Because we don't want to risk moving this around.
Okay.
All right, now we could be smart and play this game because this is easy too. I'll take this fabric and I'll lift it up a little bit and I'll baste it there. And I'll baste it there.
Okay.
Maybe you're asking why. But if you see what's going on up here now,
you can see
where we're going to make our adjustments because we're creating a pattern for this.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to baste it there. We're going to baste it here. We're going to catch the back of that. Now, you can see we got a little bit of an issue for a beam there.
So we got to cut. So
I'm going to take my handles. That's why basting is perfect. Take that out. And for this one now, it's similar. It's the same thing. It's like finding the center.
And you're going to do it from this angle.
Yeah. Finding the center.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of making a triangle for this one, right, all we're going to do is just take the edge of that board there and the edge of that board there. So I have to see this invisible line, which to me the invisible line is boom, 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 which is a little bit off, but you want to hit the center of that, right? So I'm trying to get that center line right there. Now, if you wanted to be dead nuts, then you would take and you would measure this board. And this board is 2.5 inches, right? So if I wanted it to be perfect, you take your little ruler and you say 2.5 inches, so it's 1 1/4 on that side, 1 1/4 on that side, right?
Okay.
If you cut in a straight line right along parallel with that one, now when you push through, look how he goes through now.
Oh, yeah.
And you might need a little bit more, but that looks like it's about right. I didn't go too far, too deep to bring the cuts way out there because we don't want that. We want to still be able to make a pattern out of this without it getting in the way. So we're going to put a base there, put a base there. Now, you'll see the magic of this in a sec. If I was to draw in this inner shape, okay, now we're following this edge.
The hardwood edge, right?
The hardwood edge. That's going to help create that shape. You can see that that's where the edge of the mechanism is right there. You can see it there too. So I would say for this particular thing, you want to cut this a 1/2 inch in.
Okay.
Or out towards the wall. Not in this way, the other way.
Okay.
Here, you don't really have anything in there. It's not in the way.
Right.
The same thing for this. This is where it would get complicated for a new person to do this. So what I would do, you've got here, this is the mechanism right there. There's the edge of that board.
Okay.
This is the edge of that board. what I would do is I would take maybe the distance half the way between this and this, and bring it back up to here where it originally was, right? Because I'm saying, nope, I don't want to use this. Why I don't want to use it? You need something to give it as a foundation. This is the foundation. This is closer to the foundation than out there. There's nothing out there to hold that down.
Right.
So if I even use this, saying
It's just
that
floppy.
this had my seam allowance within it, because I'm only going half the distance. When I sew, my stitch is going to be here.
Okay.
Right? That's where my stitch is going to be. But when I go out to here, now I've got that edge in the way. So what I got to do is I got to go beyond that back there. So I'm going to go a half inch beyond this line here. So all the way to here. So this one, can you see? I bisected that. Right, all the way. Now I'm gonna, and now I know I need this is to be my stitch line back here.
Right.
Or my cut line back here. This is my stitch line. That's my cut line. I'm gonna bring the cut line right to this cut line.
Okay. I see.
This is where this chair makes it a little bit more complicated for a new person.
Yeah.
So here's the center here, here's the center there, here's the center there, center, center, and then it's getting closer. This is that edge we don't want to fool around with, so we want that seam line to be there, but the cut line is going to be back there. So now that the cut line is back there, we got to bring and match that center right to there. So this, center, so it's right? And then there's the cut back there, cut back there, cut back there, back there, and back there. Now, let's take that out. And we got our they got our staples in there, so we need to take the staples out. That's okay, I'm already there.
Here. Of course you are.
We just need these
One more.
here. Okay, now we've got the beginning of our pattern.
And the pattern is going to be for the decking?
This is going to be for the foundation of the deck.
Okay.
All right, so let's get those scissors. Where are they? Right here. And we're going to cut that cut line. So the cut line was, remember, we went in halfway. So we're saying this is our cut line right here.
Right, because you measured here where the frame was touching. And then you've gone out so you have more. Yes. And then your cut line.
Well, this is where the frame was touching out here. This was the edge of the mechanism.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm sorry, I'm saying the
okay,
wrong thing.
No problem.
The frame of the mechanism. All right, yep.
And so I made this be my cut line. This is going to be where my stitch is
Sewing.
going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and